Welcome to LNP Renewable System Integrator. Today we're going to see some of the basics of the Vinci software. Okay, what is that software? So if you are into a system integration line, okay, you should know about this software. So just we are going to have a basic brief intro about this system integration software, how to use it. Okay, what are the advantages of it? So many things we're going to discuss today. Okay, so first and foremost thing we should know what is this Vinci software. Okay, why should we know about this Vinci software? Okay, where will I use this Vinci software and how to download the Vinci software and use it, and what are the things as a BMS or a max engineer we should know about this Vinci software. So as I told earlier, it is a software package specially dedicatedly created for the engineers and the developers to simulate and analyze the different protocols. Okay, protocols can be different. Okay, it can be a Modbus, RTU, SCADA. Okay, like there are so many different protocols are available. Okay, these are being created only for the engineers to develop and simulate and analyze the different protocols, especially in the electrical engineering systems. Okay, so as we told earlier, okay, nowadays in certain places we won't have a SCADAs in all the places. Okay, you might be working with your controllers, and if you're trying to send the details with the help of this different gateways. Okay, if you're trying to send your values through different sort of gateways, okay, to the servers or the SCADAs. So before that, whether through the gateways, the value that you're sending, whether they are receiving it or not, to cross confirm it, you need the help of this Vinci software. Okay, so here what you will do, you will try to make your Vinci software as a SCADA. Okay, it means that the gateway address you will assign in your PC. Okay, and using that, okay, you will try to assign. Okay, you will try to access or get connected with the RTUs which is connected at the different locations. Okay, it will have some IP addresses, and your gateway will have an IP address. So always try to assign your gateway IP address to your PC and try to connect with your equipment through the IP address of the concerned RTU. RTUs can be different RTUs. So which RTU you want to connect, which gateway you want to connect, try to connect with them with the help of this Vinci software. It is more user friendly. Okay, and we have a graphical measurement charts. Charts also, we can do the simulations through the Modbus master slave devices. Okay, and also with the help of the signal list, most importantly, more than 5,000 tags and the variables we can create. Okay, we can able to see with the help of this Vinci software. That is the biggest advantage of this Vinci software. So most importantly, it is a software package for the engineers to simulate and analyze the different protocols. Okay, and most importantly, with the help of this, we can able to see the different sort of signals up to more than 5,000 tags we can see. Okay, if there is a issue with the SCADAs, if you want to cross confirm whether through your gateway, whether you're sending the correct data to the concerned SCADA or not through the proper gateway. So for that, in order to cross confirm it, okay, your through your PC is going to be an act as a master. Okay, you will assign your make your PC as a master. Okay, and you will assign the gateway address to your PC. Okay, and then you will try to connect with the different RTUs through the IP address of that concerned RTU, so that you will try to see all sort of the readings. Okay, so and most importantly, as I told earlier, it is a graphical user interface. Okay, it is a highly secured protocol communication. Okay, it has a TLS data encryption facilities in it. Okay, you can log and store and retrieve data inside it. Okay, and most importantly, it has a signal support also, signal status names also you can describe in it. Okay, and what are the different protocols which can be implemented in it? We have different sort of protocols. We can have IEC 60870 5101 protocol. It can be a serial telecontrol protocol, or for the protective relay controls you can go with 103. Okay, if you're going for a TCP/IP telecontrol, you can go for 104, or you're going for a serial field bus protocols, you can use a Modbus serial ASCII or RTU masters, or if you're going for a TCP master, you can go with it, or if you want to see the raw data or hexadecimal or the decimal values for the protocol monitoring purpose, you can implement all these protocols with the help of this WinCC, and most importantly inside your gateways that you're going to use. Okay, as we told earlier, if you want to install this, it is a protocol and a communication testing tool only. Okay, minimum requirement, your PC can be should have Windows 7, 8, or 10, anything you need. Okay, and most importantly, it has a lifetime support, and the software is don't have much cost. For the monitoring purposes, it is free of cost. Okay, it has very different sort of functions. As we told earlier, okay, you can establish a communication setup for serial TCP. Okay, you can have the shortcut keys in it. Okay, and most importantly, as we told earlier, you can create the tags inside it. Okay, and sometimes you can export tags from the Vinci as a CSV file, that is Excel file. Inside that Excel file you can update whatever the tags that you want to create inside it. Then you can import them directly. Once you import it, through that tag values you can able to monitor most of the things that you need. So as I told earlier, it supports mostly this IEC 60870. Okay, so for that one, we can have a master support, slave support, monitoring support. Even for as I told earlier, this 104 TLS encryption is a highly secured one. If you're going to use this through your gateways, it is going to be a highly secured one. Okay, so and you can receive or send all your data either in the hexadecimal format or in the decimal formats. So as I told you, these are the minimum system requirements. You should have a Windows 7, 8, 10, and 11. Okay, and you should have the RAM should be greater than 4 GB, since it is you're going to play with the signaling and the communications. So it is better to have a good PC. Okay, so what are the different sort of communications? So as I told earlier, we have so many different sort of communications which we can establish communication with the help of the Vinci to the different gateways. So as I told earlier, first we need to know the different sort of communication. What is this Modbus communication? It is a communication protocol. Okay, through this we can able to communicate with our PLCs. Okay, so we will have a it is a master slave protocol. Through the Ethernet connectivity or serial connectivity, we will try to establish a connection between the master and the slave. Okay, so what are the important infos that you should have inside a Modbus for a serial communication that you're going to create? First and foremost thing is that you need to have IP address. Second thing, you need to have a station address. It can be a client, so this is going to be the master, so the IP address is going to be the master address, and the station address here refers to the IP address of the slave. Okay, and most importantly, what sort of function you're going to use. The functions can be, there are so many different functions you can use. You can do only monitoring, you can do controlling, you can do commanding. Okay, and what sort of values are you going to commit? It can be analog value, it can be a digital value. Okay, it can be a digital input monitoring if you're going for, it can be a digital input, or it can be an analog input. Okay, if you're going for a monitoring. Okay, and if you're going for a controlling, okay, it can be an analog output or a digital output. Like this, so many controls you can have. So this defines your function. And most importantly, okay, address is very much important. Okay, so all these basic things you need to assign, you need to create inside the Vinci when you're trying to establish a master slave communication through the Modbus communication. As I told earlier, we have standard Modbus functions. We have so many different, as I told earlier, we have monitoring functions, we have the controlling functions also. Okay, so which function you're going to use? Whether you're going to use read holding registers values, so then you need the holding register details of the concerned slave equipment that you're going to control. You should have using that only you can be able to read from the holding registers. It can be energy meter. Okay, it can be an energy meters. So if you're going for energy meter, you want to read the values from the holding registers, you need the address details, holding address details, holding register details you need. Okay, then only with the help of that you can able to assign this. Okay, so if you're going to do the Modbus functions in the Vinci, first and foremost thing is that you should know the purpose, what sort of direction you're going, whether you're going to do monitoring or you're going to control. Okay, and as I told earlier, for controlling, most importantly we'll use writing the single coil options or in the write single registers you can use. Okay, and for monitoring you can have a digital inputs, or even for the analog inputs also you can monitor. It can be a floating point as well. Okay, and most importantly is that what are the most important, whether it is if you're going to read any sort of values, go with the monitoring option. Whether you're going to write anything, whether you're going to command anything, better to go with the control operations. So those things you need to be precise, very clear when creating the tags. Next and foremost thing is that this is important protocol that you need to, because if you're going to establish a communication between a PLC, okay, to a SCADA, okay, or through a different server, through a gateway, there you need this Vinci software. Because say for example the SCADA is not ready. Okay, you want to cross confirm whether through the gateway the values that you're sending from your concerned PLCs through the gateway is proper or not. For that you might have created so many tags in it, so you want to know whether the tags which you have created is getting received or not. Okay, the addresses, the values, okay, IDs, okay, IOAs that you have created, is getting passed through this gateway. So whether you can able to see all these things or not, that confirmation you need to have. Okay. So most importantly, in the substations, you have a different networks and the control centers you have. So for the secure communication, you can go with this IAC 104. Okay, with a simple example you're going to see here. As I told earlier, you can install the search in the Vinci software. You can try to install this. You can able to install your Vinci software from this website. Okay, as I told earlier, you have you can download it from here. Here it will sell all the different requirements from the Vinci software. You can download your Vinci software. As I told earlier, even the drivers also you can download, or if you want to know any sort of documentations also, you can use this. Okay, so now let us have a quick details about the setups, how you're going to install. So once you download and install your you need to accept you need to accept and install it. So since we have some sort of prepared screenshots, it will be easy for you to know pretty clear about the how you're going to see the values inside it. Okay, as I told you, once you want to install it, I mean once you accept and install it properly, you will the shortcut will be created inside the Vinci. So the first and foremost setup that you want to do is when you open it up, okay, first and foremost thing is that you need to select the protocol. The protocol can be okay 101, 103, 104. It can be RTU, or it can be a um, Modbus TCP, or it can be a serial port. So this protocol that you need to choose first. Okay. Second thing is the mode. There are three modes will be available. The mode can be monitoring. Only monitoring you can do if you select monitoring. Second is going to be the master, and the third is going to be the slave. So as I told you in the monitoring, okay, once you give the protocol, once you entered inside it, okay, you might be giving your IP address, just start. Okay, press the start button. What happens, the communication will establish. Even in the events you can see the different sort of values, the tags that you had created already inside it. Okay, already inside it. So only monitoring you can do. No, sometimes consider you have a SCADA, it has an issue. Okay, now you want to cross confirm whether the data that you're sending from the PLC through the gateway is receiving to the SCADA or not. Then what you have to do, you need to make yourself your PC as a master. Okay, for that you need to assign the gateway address which you have assigned in your gateways. So try to assign that gateway address to your PC. Okay, and then try to connect to the RTUs which is present inside the different location. That is, you have the IP address of them. Try to connect them. So what will happen? So when you see here, this IP address. This is the IP address of your RTU which you're going to communicate. It can be 192.168.1.3. Okay, the other can be 4. So based on their RTU that you're going to connect, try to assign it here. Okay, and most importantly, since it is a Modbus TCP, it is showing here. It can be IEC, okay, IEC 104 also, 104 also you can use if you're going for a SCADA. Okay, and most importantly, this is the basic thing. You can ping and check also whether you can able to ping with that concerned equipment in the Vinci protocol analyzer. Once you start it, so inside the console, the communication things will get established. And even in the events tab will get open automatically. There you can see the events which is happening. As I told earlier, if you're trying to create a tag through the Vinci protocol analyzer, you can create the tag here. You have an add option. So, okay, so as I told earlier, not only in the console and also in the events, you can able to see so many things. Okay, this is only you can see the consoles only when it is new. Okay, once it is already created, if you are trying to monitor the equipment in which all the gateways are already configured, just you want to cross confirm whether the values that are sending from your PC through the gateway is receiving to the concerned um, servers, then you can use this method. Okay, so this is the basic thing. And why we are going for this IEC4, as I told earlier, it is mostly used for the communication between the different substation and the control center through the networks. Okay, it's an advancement of the 104, 102, 103. protocols. So as I told earlier, the tag names that you're going to create is playing a very vital role. Okay, tag names can be very different types. So as I told earlier, okay, you categorize. Okay, you categorize what sort of direction function that you're going to perform with your Vinci or with your IEC gateways. So there are three things. You can do monitoring, you can do control. Okay, if you want to read only the values, okay, you can go with the monitoring functions. So from the word monitoring itself, you can able to monitor two things. Either you can read the digital input values, or you can read the analog input values. The analog input values can be a floating points, and the digital inputs can be in the binaries. So based on the function, the tag name is going to differ. As we can see here, we have M. Means M here refers to monitoring. The starting letter of the tag which starts with M, you can able to cross confirm that it is only for the monitoring. If you're going for a command, if you're going for a control, okay, so control can be either digital output or analog output. It means it can be a floating point. Okay, so in that also you have different sort of categories. So what functions are you going to? So if you're going for a controlling operation, the tag name should start with C. And the second letter here refers to the process informations, the description, the process that you're going to carry out. Whether you're going for a single point information, whether you're going for a double point information, whether you're going for a 32-bit string informations, or just you're going to have the measured values which is already there. Just you're going to read it. Okay. Or it is they're going to use a measure or a scaled value. So these sort of things are very much important when you're creating a tags. If you're going for analogs, always try to create the measured values. Okay, if you're going for a digital inputs, it is a single point of information is sufficient. Okay, and also as I told earlier, for the controlling we have so many options. Even for a controlling option, we have so many options. So as I told earlier, if you're going for a set point command, you can use this tags. You can create the tags. The last number is going to be different. It can be 1, 2, 3. Based on the number of tags, it is going to increase. Okay. So as I told earlier, more than 5,000 tags we can create. So in the notepad, that the configuration, when you're going to create it, always consider these things when you're creating the tags. Okay. So as I told earlier, for the controlling operations of the set point commands, on the measured commands, you can use this control operations. Okay. And if you want to know the system information, then you need to use these commands. Okay, if you want to monitor or control the parameters, then you need to use these tags. Okay, or if you want to do the file transferring also, you can establish with the help of this options, file transfer options. So what sort of function that you're going to do? Use that concerned tags, and the last digit is going to be different. Okay, so since we are in going to in a building automation industry, okay, or bags, we have different sort of types. Okay, we are going to use only the single point information for the monitoring, and we are going to measure the values. The values mostly in the floating points. It can be a analog input values. So we are going for a monitoring, and sometimes you need to control. Okay, if it is a single point of command, it is only the DO, then you can use this tag type. Okay, if you're going for a normalized value, okay, it can be a say for example you want to assign a temperature set point, then you can use this control command, that is CESEN. So as I told earlier, when you open this Vinci protocol analyzer, this is how it will come. Here in the drop down button, when you press, you can choose a required protocol that you want. It can be RTU, or it can be 103, or it can be 101, or it can be Modbus TCP. Like that, so many things are there. And this select mode is going to be the monitor. Okay, or if you're going to act as a master, then try to choose a master and then press the start button. Okay, and most importantly, you might have created everything in your Vincis. Okay, and these are the basic things. Using the different tags, you need to create it. These are the basic things that you want to know. And next is that if you're trying to create inside your Rockwell PLCs, okay, Rockwell PLCs, this inside the main task, you need to create this routines and the folders, everything that you want. Okay, as I told earlier, for a reading operation, you can use this one, and for the writing operations, you can use this ranks. So this is how you need to create. As I told earlier, here you need to select the protocol. This is going to be the monitoring one when you open this page. As I told earlier, if you want to create the tags, press the add button, and the screen will appear like that. Here provide the tag name that you want to do, and please select the command that you want to do, or present the status, whether you want to monitor the integers, okay, or whether you want to use binaries. So all these things you can select here. Okay, as I told earlier, if it is already configured one, as you can see here, not only the console you have a communication, in the events you can see the values. So here I have an example for you, so it will be easy for you. As I told earlier, if you're going for a digital inputs, okay, or the binary input values, so this is a basic one, boolean operation is sufficient, and you can once this is enabled through the proper communication, you can send this one to the concerned equipment. So on the SCAD, as you can see here, as I told earlier, if you're trying to read the analog input values, or it can be a set point values, using the move block in your PLCs, you can move that value to the concerned equipments, concerned tags that you had created to the SCADA. Okay, so as you can see here, these are the reading operations, and this is the operation that you're going to write. So it can be example set point, temperature set point that you want to assign, then you can assign it. Okay, this is how the signals will get transferred from one place to another. So as I told earlier, whenever you're trying to establish a basic communication, if it is already configured and just you want to monitor it through the Vinci analyzer, try to assign the IP address in your PC. Okay, it can be 192 or the concerned IP address of the gateway IP address you need to keep in your PC if you're going to act as a master. Okay, and in the other end, if you're going to access any sort of RTUs or gateways, that address you need to provide here. Okay, here already you had assigned it. Here the RTU that you're going to assign, you need to 192.168.1.1 or a 2, like that. So many things will be there based on the concerned things. You need to connect it here. So once you connect it, okay, you in the console, when at the starting of the session, before the connection, it will be empty. As you can see here, you have time logs, you have TXRX functions, everything you can see here. So as I told you, even inside the events you can able to see. So this is already configured one. I'm showing an example. If it is a configured properly, okay, if it is a configured properly, the most important thing is that you can see these are the addresses values which will be present in your signal list, and these are the readings that you're going to get from the field. And as I told earlier, say for example, if you want to cross confirm the event is happening or the communication is happening, you can create the event. Say for example, this is a signal list, just you want to know the room temperature set points, whether you want to know whether the concerned equipment is on or off, or whether I'm monitoring them correctly or not, that things you want to know, right? So this is the gateway instant IOA that you are going to that you are seeing here. Okay, this is the IOA. Okay, and these are the soft signals. So and see here we have this protocol data type. So this is M here refers to monitoring, and C here refers to the command values, control values. M here refers to only the monitoring values. So say for example, consider a scenario. Okay, you have a temperature sensor. Okay, first and foremost thing is that what we are going to do, we are going to operate this. We are going to turn on. Okay, we are going to turn off. Just we are creating the event. Just if you want to see in the product analyzer, you create an event. Then we can change the set point temperature also. This is the actual temperature that we're getting. Okay, room temperature. But let's try to change the set point temperature so that we will. The first thing is that I turned it off. So what will happen? As you can see here, we have the change of value here, and even you have an option to change the color code of on off functions. Whatever necessary, you can do it from the options. Okay, so now I turned off. Now I turned on again. As you can see here in the event log, I can able to see here the IOE address of the concerned equipments. Okay, so this address you can see here. This address you can see here in your gateway. Okay, so now it is turned on off. Then what I'm going to, again I'm turning it on, the event is happening. Okay, so the communication is keep on running. Okay, you might have see here since I might have started it or stopped it because I just want to read the logs. So once the event happens, it will be there, I can catch it immediately. So as I told earlier, moving operations you can use for the read functions. And as you can see here, we have temperature readings of the different equipments. Okay, this is the ID that we are going to refer in from your signal list. As you can see here, we have changed the values. Here also the values are getting changed. These are different events which you had created by yourself for an easy understanding. Okay, Thank you so much. Please subscribe and press the bell icon. If you want to know more and learn more, you can contact us. We have got the contact details here. We as Elementary Renewable System Media, we are providing trainings also. So if you like the video, please try to share with your friends. Thank you so much.